Hey guys, Matt from Rented Auto. I've been busy with the D4 lately, so I wanted to give you guys a tutorial DIY on how to do a CWA150 with the harness. There's a couple of ways to do it. I have seen where people go to cut the pulse width modulator out of the equation to just run this thing at full blast 100% through the heat exchanger. I am going to be doing it the way Merc Racing tells you to do it. I'm going to log, and then I'm going to get rid of that pulse width, run it at 100%, and then do some logs through it as well to see which one's better. I'll be coming up with a follow-up video to that when I have achieved that. I've got a lot going on. If you follow me already, you already know I've got a lot of things going on. So while the car is here on the lift, actually, let me pull it over here for a second. I've got another engine right there that I just bought and I'm gonna slap in. I've got the build right there that I'm doing that I'll be doing another video shortly for that. While the car's on the lift, I'm doing a couple of things. I'm going to be removing this whole auxiliary cooler. This is getting moved out of the way. I'm going to be putting this one in for this video. I'll show you guys how to do that. And I'm going to reroute this. I've seen on some videos where the C7s, the S4s have a coolant pipe, and then this one end goes to this direction towards the right side. It seems like a very waste. Actually, my man Josh, Suited Up by the Nines, if you don't follow him, please do. He has a great video on just doing that, removing this, and then putting his car together, his C7. So if you have a C7, I highly recommend you going to see him. But this is a D4. There isn't any videos on it, probably because nobody wants to make a 3.0 Audi D4 A8 fast, but you know, I'm a dad. I like the room space. I like the car, the platform, so it works for me. All right, so we're gonna go right into removing this and then starting to pull out that CWA pump. All right, guys, so here's the new pump. Old pump is out. So now we're gonna put the new one in. Obviously, you can see that the connectors are different. Where's the other one at? That little guy right there. So I'm gonna put this in the car. I'm gonna put it facing this direction, okay? So when I put it in there, also, I wanna cut this hose length because this length is way too long and there's no point in me having a super long hose. So I'm gonna cut it for less travel. So I'm gonna put it in here and I'm just gonna set it in here. I'm not gonna bolt it in just yet. I wanna make sure that everything is as it's supposed to be before I actually bolt it in. Okay. All right, so she's in at the top. I will cut this to length, probably like right there. All right, so I got the CWA150 installed. I'm going to go over the rest of the install part and then I'll go over the electric part. Again, this is for the D4. So let's slide this thing over real quick. All right, so she's installed. This didn't change, although my side one did. I don't have clamps on it. Just want to give you guys a heads up. Obviously put clamps on it. I didn't put clamps on it because I'm not actually done. I'm going to yank all this back apart to pull the motor out anyway, again, for that thing over there. Do want to go over this though. This coolant pipe diameter is a little bit smaller than what the CWA pump is right there, okay? So you're gonna have to use two different sizes or a reducer, which is what I use right here. I put a reducer in here so that way these two can fit. Again, it's supposed to have clamps on it. It's not like that at the moment. This is, again, just for demonstrational purposes. All right, so she's in. The connector is behind here. And then you'll connect it in, and then you're good to go in terms of the install. I will say this was a little bit more of a challenge with the front clip off. It should be really, really easy with moving this out of the way, the fender liner on the driver's side front. However, if you can tell, I had enough room because I can bend this back just enough to get to that one bolt back there to hold this pump in, but you know, just FYI, that's how I did it. So now I'm going to go over and show you guys the electrical part. So here is the electrical wiring diagram, EWD. So if you can tell, let me zoom in there. There's the coolant pump. We have the 3-wire. That middle wire is for my pulse width. So we're going to run the EWD up so you can see I did illuminate it in yellow so that you guys can see a little bit clearer. All right, so here's my power supply for it, okay? So that fuse that runs that circuit is right there. Now it gives you a little hint, right side of engine compartment. I'll show you guys where that is in a second for the D4A8. However, S4 and C7A6 are gonna be a little bit different along with the Q5. So I think there's a C7 video and an S4 video out. So you guys are gonna have to refer to that if you're not doing it in an Audi. So right here, you gotta pay attention. Fuse 11, that's a 15 amp. All right, so that's important. So let's go check it out. All right, here's the car. On the car, here's the passenger side, right side, all right? So it's right there. Okay, this was here, I just took this out. If you pay attention, fuse 11, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so it's number 15. I'll show you guys right there, that 15, all right? So we're gonna be pulling that second from the last up here. And that one's gonna be the one that I'm replacing with a 25 amp fuse. Slap that thing in, and then you're good to go. All right, guys, so that is the install for the CWA150. There's a couple of variations. You got the CWA150, the 100, the 150. This one's for high pressure, which is kind of what I wanted to do. So the 150 is now installed. I showed you guys how to do the wiring. Now I'm gonna start yanking this motor out and swapping this thing over. If you would like, please subscribe, comment, like. I'm going to be doing multiple videos here very, very soon. I'm going to be doing the install for the nitrous. I'm going to be doing the install for the upper supercharger pulley, the grip tech. I'm also going to be doing a wrapping on some test pipes. Show you guys how to wrap those things. And then lastly, here very soon, I'm going to be doing the 034 head studs install, which is really easy. That video is coming out really, really soon. So you guys, again, support my channel. This is all new to me, so I'm trying to give you guys as much content as possibly can. If you have any feedback, please let me know either in the comment section or give me some feedback on direct message on my Instagram or my Facebook page. All right, thanks guys.